Hello, welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hi, thanks for stopping by, checking out my channel. It's all about crochet, a little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn, and my journey in this fantastic yarning community. Returning subscribers, hi, thanks so much for coming and spending your Monday with me for my Make Along Monday update. I am in quite a few make-alongs. I am doing a make-along with Expression Fiber Arts called Multivalence. It's a mystery cowl. Clues come out once a month. The new clue for April should be coming out soon. I haven't seen it yet. I am in a knitting make-along with Laura at Mimi's Crochet and Farming. We're doing the Double Dog Dare knit blanket called the Fall Cuddler. I am in Luck of the Draw 7, which I am loving, and that is the brainchild of Nan from ninas.knots.crochetcreations. And finally, the last one I'm doing is the monthly flower cowl with Judy from Judy's Creations in Crochet. She provides the flower of the month, an inspiration photo, and then you make something using the colors and inspiration off that photo. So those are the 5 that I'm currently working on. Those are the 4 that I am currently on, and I am caught up on all 4 of them. So let's start with Multivalence, because you have not seen this one in a while. Like I said, Multivalence is a mystery crochet along with Expression Fiber Arts, and once a month they give you the pattern clue. There's a short little tutorial on YouTube with an explanation for the more difficult stitches, although there was nothing that I haven't been able to do. So anyway, this is my Multivalence so far. I am using all my Trubu, Kubu, Nubu, anything of my bamboo blends is what I'm using for this. I don't know what this is going to be. I do know that it's going to be round and that it's going to have 12 colors. Other than that, no clue if this is going to be a blanket, a wearable, wall hanging. That's the mystery of all this. But anyway, here we are. This is January was the white, February's terracotta, March is this pretty section here, and I'm using, this one is actually Nubu, which is the 100% lyocell. These are all number 3s and number 4s, depending on which one you're using. This color is called Peach. And that is where I stand on my Multivalence. And I think this is such a pretty project. And I really am excited. I'm hoping this is going to end up being a blanket, because this Nubu, Trubu, Kubu, all the boos, even though it's mostly number 3s, this one's a number 4, but it's a really thin number 4. I would say all this is sport weight 3. This has got some weight to it, and I think that's just the way this is. Even though the yarn is thin, the fabric is going to be kind of weighted, and this is really pretty. So this is my Multivalence for the end of March. So hopefully the new one will come out this week sometime, and we can get going on part 4. So that's Make Along number 1. Number 2. Let's look at Luck of the Draw. Luck of the Draw, most of you know, is the brainchild of Nan from Nan's Next Knots. You pick 9 colors of yarn. 1 main color, 8 supporting colors. And then once a week, Nan picks a number that will correspond to one of the 8 supporting cast numbers, and that's the color you use. So you have your main color. That's the one decision you make. After that, Nan tells you what order to put in the colors along with your main color. So that's the fun of this project. There is no overthinking it. There's no decisions to be made, because they're all literally made luck of the draw. So whatever color she pulls out is the color that you use that week. Here is this week's color, or last week's color. Week 9 was this light green. Here's my blanket so far, and nobody knows what this is going to be. It hasn't decided what it wants to be when it grows up. I don't know if I'm going to hold it this way or this way. I think it's going to be long. It's going to be wide enough that I can do either way. So anyway, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but my main color is the chocolate brown. This is called medium green. I'm using Mary Maxim Mellow Spun DK, Ultra Mellow Spun DK for all of the colors, and number 6 hook, I think. And the pattern I'm using is called the Fading Rainbow Throw, which is in a crochet magazine from April of last year. So that is my luck of the draw. I love this project. I love how this is turning out. I love the colors, and I think this is going to be so fun. So that is luck of the draw 7. Thank you, Nan. I'm looking forward to next week. And then we'll do my knitting. And my knitting is with Laura at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. She challenged people to learn how to knit. And this is the second go around on this one, because there were personal reasons they stopped last year. So they picked it up again at the beginning of this year. And I've always wanted to learn how to knit. So I figured, why not give this a shot? It seems beginner friendly enough, and it has been. This has been a learning journey, but I have finally got it. I think I'm behind on them. I think they're ready to move on to the next section. I think I have 3 more rows to go, but this is where I'm going. Let's see, this side is, oops. This is how much I did last week. Basically 3 rows, and that's all we're doing is 3 rows a week. So this is not an overwhelming project. Gosh, my mouth doesn't want to work this morning. So the muscle memory is coming to me, and I'm getting a little more comfortable with switching between the purls and the knits. So as a learning tool, as a stitch sampler, this blanket is turning out really cool. I'm enjoying it. Oh, I'm showing you the wrong side. Here we go. There's the front. As you can see, we're doing the double moss stitch right now. And then out here, we're doing just straight knit stitching. So I don't know what the next section is. I haven't looked at it because I'm concentrating on this section, but I think I have, I believe, 4 more rows to go until I'm caught up with them and ready to start the next section. The yarn I'm using, if you haven't heard me before, is the anniversary cake in the color, or it's a Karen anniversary cake, which is a number 5 bulky. I am using the colorway Tropical Butterfly, and my Knitter's Pride, I think these are 10 millimeter 10 millimeter knitting needle. God, my brain is not online yet this morning. 10 millimeter knitting needles on a 40-inch cord. So that is my knitting project, and this will never leave the house. This is definitely a learning tool full of mistakes, but it's going to be a nice blanket when it's done. And it will be like a guidepost to see how well my knitting skills go from beginning to hopefully I can start learning to make some really amazing things by knitting. And then that leaves us with the make along that I'm doing with Judy at Judy's Creations and Crochet. And Judy's I mean, all the channels that I've mentioned, I will link below so that you can click on the link to go to their channel and check them out. And you should, because all these channels are amazing. They have great content and they are a lot of fun to interact with. So anyway, Judy wanted to do a monthly cowl, and so she picked the flower of the month. You know, every month has a flower. Last month it was daffodils, and I made this this bag right here was my daffodil trumpet bag. This month the picture is daisies, and I will pop her inspiration picture right here so you can see it. And I went into my yarn stash and I found this yarn that has all the colors that are in this picture. Hold on, I just dropped it. Here it is caked up. This yarn is another yarn bee from last year's clearance, and it is 100% superwash merino wool. There's 400 yards. I have 3 hanks of this. I don't know that I'm going to use all 3, probably 2 at this point. And then to bring in the white, all I had was this that has white in the center. And this is a Rainbow Rhapsody Sapphire Blues. And this is a cotton acrylic, 60 cotton, 40 acrylic. But you can see, you'll see that it's turning out pretty cool. And I am doing a version of the Granny Meets Virus shawl, but I started with the granny squares instead of the virus. And so the grannies are in the white, the virus is in the turquoise sky. And I think this really kind of does represent that photo pretty well. I think that you've got the yellow and the blues, and then here's like the burnt red, brown that was in the box. And then I just think, just out of happenstance, this represents that picture pretty darn well. And I love the virus stitch. I think it's so pretty. And I think this is going to be a really, really pretty shawl. And I worked on this last night for an hour or so, longer than that. We were watching the 10 Commandments. And so this is what I was working on, watching the 10 Commandments. And I just think this is going to be really pretty. Hopefully I can get it done relatively quick. And I can just take my picture and get it sent off to Judy. Go watch her video from Saturday. And see all the projects that people have turned in. I think she had more than 20 people turn in pictures this month. Some of the work is amazing. And that's what I love doing, these crochet alongs where people show other people's works, because it just kind of gives you that inspiration. So anyway, that is my cowl for Judy's Creations and Crochet for April. And I really, really, really love this yarn. This is super soft, super easy to work with, and I'm loving the colors. So that is Judy's Creations and Crochet Monthly Cowl. This month seems to be just about all I'm going to be doing is that, unless I come up with some other projects. No birthdays to worry about. I might start a baby sweater for my granddaughter Charlotte. Only because I don't know what else to do. I've got blankets on the hook. I've got blankets in my head that I want to work on. So I'm sure I will come up with some other things to work on, but those are my make-alongs. Let's see. Oh, I did want to show you real quick. I did finish the prom shawl for Sydney that I will be getting out in the mail. This is the second version that I did for her. This is a Hooked by Robin summer shawl. I think I'm going to block it today just to make sure that the mesh part stays open, and then hopefully get it in the mail, you know, by Wednesday. If I block it this morning and get it out to dry, I think it should be dry enough to pack up and get in the mail on Wednesday so that she has it by the middle of the month. But anyway, I love this pattern. The pattern has the built-in edge in the stitch, so you don't have to go back and put that in. The yarn is another Yarn Bee 100% merino. This colorway is called Supernova, but it's discontinued. This was one I got on clearance the last year or the year before. I can't remember. But I've had it for a while in my stash, and I just thought how pretty this would be. She wanted something with a little rainbowy color to go with her sage green dress. And so this is what we have, and this will be on its way to her this week. So I just wanted to show you that before I got that off in the mail. Also, the month of March, I did the hashtag crochet for me. I had a few people put in some pictures on my Instagram, on my Facebook page, and I think I even had one in the email. And I'm going to put in a little video clip of the 3 or 4 or 5 people who did, so that you could see their work and maybe get some inspiration. I'll stick this in at the end. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope that you are able to get some quality crafting time in. I hope that you get to spend some time with self-care. But above all, I hope you all be kind to everyone. Have a great day.